to the fruit, more bass than Bootsy Collins. You versus me, that's like Ali versus Foreman. God's act.
Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Tyler, and in today's video I have a Modern Warfare remastered gameplay in the background, so hopefully you guys do enjoy that. But I have a story for you all today, and it's a story that I told years ago on my channel, so most of you guys probably haven't even seen this story, and if you guys did, like, this version of it is going to be much better than the original upload, because as you guys know, when I used to make videos, I just did a really shitty job. I never would do multiple takes or anything like that. I would just do a shitty fucking video. But before I go ahead and jump into this life story, I just wanted to share with you guys that I'm doing a Q&A. So if you guys haven't seen my last upload, be sure to go check that out and leave your questions in the comment section of my last upload, because that's where I'm going to be pulling questions from to make my Q&A. And the Q&A video will be posted on my next upload, so if you guys haven't gotten a chance to ask me a question, you guys can go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and put the link to that video down below in the description in the top line. It'll also be at the end of this video on the annotations or whatever. But anyways, getting into the life story for today, I just wanted to say that this story was actually a pretty crazy story. And if you haven't guessed by now, I'm going to be talking about the time that I ended up tipping a delivery driver with an edible. So this all takes place around 2 years ago. I think it was around the summertime at this point. But all I remember is that it was a chicken place that I used to order from, and they had a really good delivery service, and I knew the people who worked there pretty well because I would go in pretty often. When I say chicken place, I don't mean like fried chicken or anything like that. I mean, I guess it was fried, but they were like chicken wings mainly. That was the main thing they specialized on. But like I said, I would go into this store pretty often, or go into this restaurant pretty often, so I knew the majority of the people who worked there. And so one day I was just hanging out in my room playing Call of Duty and just chilling with my friends on Skype or Discord as I usually do. And I was getting pretty hungry, so I decided to go ahead and call up the wing place and order myself some chicken wings. So when I ordered my food, I made the mistake of ordering it without looking in my wallet whether or not I had cash. And the place that I was ordering from only accepted cash, they didn't take cards. So I end up placing my order, and I go looking around my room for my wallet so I can go ahead and pay the delivery guy when he shows up to my house. And so I'm looking through my whole room, just kind of moving shit and throwing shit around, pretty much just looking for my wallet. And I end up finding it and opening up my wallet to look at the cash that I have, only to realize that I have like $15 and some change, so it was literally just enough for my order and then like the delivery fee. And so I had no extra tip money or anything like that. I just had exactly enough for my order and the delivery fee. And so I'm sitting here waiting for my delivery to show up, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, please don't be mad at me that I don't have a tip. Like, dude, this is so fucked. And I remember at the time of me ordering this food, I had nobody else at my house. Like, the whole house was empty for the week. And so earlier, a few days prior to me ordering the food, I was actually cooking some edibles. I made some like Rice Krispie treat edibles, and they were really good. And so I'm sitting here in my room thinking to myself, like, I have no tip at all I have are just a bunch of edibles. I'm sure these guys smoke, but I've never asked them before, never thought about asking them or anything like that. And so I wait around 15 or 20 minutes, and then the delivery driver eventually shows up to my house. He rings the doorbell, and I end up going over, answering the door, and pulling out my wallet. And so I'm sitting here explaining to the delivery driver, like, yeah man, I'm really sorry I don't have any extra money for a tip or anything like that, but I have the money for the order obviously, so I'm giving him the money for that. And so he gives me the food, and I end up giving him the money for the order, and he starts walking away from my house, and I turn around and start heading back in. And like at the last second, as I was coming in, just about to shut the door and he was walking down the stairs, I turn around and go, yo dude, do you smoke? And he kind of pauses and hesitates for a second. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, do you smoke? Like, do you smoke weed? And then again, he hesitates a little bit before he answers, but then he goes ahead to reply and say, yeah dude, I smoke a little bit. So I end up telling the delivery driver, like, look man, I know I don't have a tip or anything, but if you want, since you smoke, like, I can go and give you one of these Rice Krispie edibles I just made a couple days ago. And so the dude was super hyped on it. He was totally down, so I just immediately was like, hold on, give me 1 second. So I turn around and run into my house, you know, go start looking through my bedroom for this whole box of edibles that I had. I put the chicken wings down at my desk, and I end up grabbing one of these Rice Krispie treats. I go and bring it out to him, and I just toss it to him while he's down on the stairs, and I was just like, yo dude, thanks so much for the food, you know, I'm sorry I didn't have a tip. And he just replies, he was like, no worries dude, like, good looking out, I appreciate the hookup and everything. And so I thought it was just like a pretty cool story. I mean, nothing else really happened from there. I never really talked to him after that, but I figured it'd be an interesting story to share on my channel once again, because I know a lot of you guys haven't heard this story at all, and it is something that's pretty unusual. Most people wouldn't do this, I would assume, because I mean, there's definitely potential for this to turn on you and backfire completely wrong and you to get in trouble or just get arrested or something like that. But thankfully that wasn't the case, and everything pretty much just went on staying the same as it was before. And hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you guys did at any point, please be sure to leave that like down below. It's always greatly appreciated. You guys know I love you all. Thanks again so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.
And I always got it private on me dancing. When she counting, think she got it at financing. Like, whoa, work that for all that money on the floor. Go on, take off all them clothes, girl, you know.